Well, have you seen enough INDYCAR racing today? No, you haven't, because you're going to see some more in just a little bit. Hello, and good evening, everyone. I'm Gary Gonzo. Welcome to P1's broadcasting coverage of Round 4 of Season 5 of the Votive Indy Oval Series. Tonight, we have come to the version of Atlanta that iRacing calls the 2008 configuration. But just about everybody else in the community calls it Legacy Atlanta, even though it's not called Legacy Atlanta in the sim. But we're here today for the I5G Tools 225 at Legacy Atlanta. We have 150 laps ahead of us tonight for the 45 miles per hour on pit road, We got 6 set of tires waiting for us on pit road and a fixed setup constructed by Robert Moleshka. What more could we be asking for, really? We're going to get 2 laps of qualifying, currently underway with the best lap setting the grid. Jacob Oster arrives with a 42-point championship lead after finishing second and first at the Detroit doubleheader and also winning the opener in the Derby. Clindy arrives with something nobody else could claim. Votive has raced at Atlanta configuration at this Atlanta configuration twice, and Kyle has won both races, albeit one of them only counts as a championship race. And then there's a team fight. Even though we're not really counting team points, Team I5G has the name on the race and also names that have been dominating and winning this season, with Brendan Lichtenberg winning one of the races last season. But we also have on the grid Team Hype, VRL, and the Satellite Rogue Alliance have all come to challenge I5G in their own sponsored race. 4 groups, 150 laps, and we only get one winner tonight. Welcome to Legacy Atlanta. Joining me in the booth, as always, Luis Gonzalez Nunez. Luis, welcome. Here is the weather of the racetrack. Not nearly as hot as we're used to seeing it here, but here are the points coming into today's race. Drop week is not in effect. It will be in effect next race, which is actually Milwaukee, but it'll be at the new scan of Milwaukee. But there are your points. Jacob Oster with a pretty big lead coming into this race, 42 points over Casey Povolonis.
Yeah, after he won one of the twins last week, and also he won the first race on Kentucky. Is the leader for 42 points, and Povolonis also getting close over there for 42 points. I know it's a long time. It's gonna be long. After that, we have a big break after the Team Gaming Expo. We're gonna come back on September 27 with my leg and my knee we're gonna come back to Milwaukee, so it's gonna be really important that because we're gonna have 2 short tracks, 1.5 miles. Then we're going to Chicago, and then we're gonna go to Indianapolis on the end. So it's gonna be really good. But also have a big margin. We only 3 races already passed, so let's see what happened. And like you said, the team I5G, first time I think I heard this, sponsored this race of this week.
And there is a schedule that Lewis was talking about, right? We're at round 4 at Atlanta. Then we have a little bit of a wait, almost a month, until we get to the Milwaukee Mile. That will be the new scan. Then we go to Michigan, Richmond, Kansas, and Indianapolis Motor Speedway to wrap up the season. But here are the rookie of the season points. Alexander Russell with 20 points, or the 20-point lead over JT Smeaton, the leader of points in the Formula Indy Series. You got Pim Van Gastel in 3rd, Logan Spath in 4th, Roden Empty, Chris Samard, Brody Moore, and Amanda Law rounding out your top 8. Once again, here are the points coming into today. Indy Kirchbauer is 3rd, Logan Edwards 4th, Robert Molechka 5th, Clindy, Brendan, Alexis, who was on the pole tonight, Anna, and Chad Simpson, your top 10. You see pretty much the entire top 20 right there. Foster, Mitchum, Taylor, Shadid, Russell, Stouffer, Quilla, Forsyth, Coker, and Ward. And there is your starting lineup on the screen. Alexis Newsom on the pole with a 227.5. Mason Mitchum right next to her. Mason having himself a good week. Remember, earlier in the week, Thursday night, Lewis, he had finished on the podium at both of the Chicagoland races in the Elite Racing League in their doubleheader, and he started much further back in the pack than he is right here. Anna Klimek and Casey Povolonis in row 2, Trey Shadid, Shane Coker in row 3. Coker qualified really good here and also at Chicagoland. He was on the front row for both of those Chicagoland races. Qualified on the pole for the first one. Coker, in sixth starting position here. Rasheed Simpson, Santos, and Kirchenbauer, your top 10. Dugan Aquila, F-Tink, Durazo, Primetime John Stellard, Fortune Edwards, Clindy, Paz, and Forsyth. Man, Clindy and Paz have been in each other's shadow like all week. Samard and Murphy, watch that row. Law and Smeaton, watch that row. Lovern and Davis. Lovern, fresh off a win not too long ago in Horizon. He's on a hot streak. Butch Davis, we could never count him out. Pim and Seb, Lodato and Craig. Tedesco Fields, Campbell Zier, Stouffer Collins, Taylor Akabueasy, and Kirchenbauer. I believe that is the prodigy, and that is your field.
Yeah, so pretty big field, man. 4.6 K straight field. We have the big of the big, and the good names around the track. Especially with Alexis Newson.
We're not going green. We're going to win more laps. Sorry.
Yeah, so we should we request that. Because the big field, man, it's a big field.
Yeah,
we have,
39 cars tonight, 150 laps.
Actually, it's hard for you to mention all the names.
It is.
That's about half a track.
It is. As nice as Lisa's is a mile and a half, I got everyone in. But by the time I got done to the last row, I hear in my my radio. I'll play the sound effect again. All right, we're one lap to go green.
Listen this.
What's that?
I have to listen that. To be
Well,
honest, I don't know what.
We're going to make it so you can hear my soundboard, I think, at some point. Getting ready to go green. A very challenging race course. Bumpy. It's wide. It looks fast, but it degrades the tires very quickly. There's a lot of fall off. The undercut's very powerful here. We'll see what they do. We're looking at more than likely 2 stops tonight. Probably lap 50, lap 100, but we'll see if anyone decides to play any games with a big field. You never know when those cautions are going to fall. Green flag is out. We are underway. Alexis Newsom's going to lead at the line. Underway here for the I5G tools, and one of the author of those tools is leading the race. 2:25 here at Legacy Atlanta.
Yeah, that's true. Legacy Atlanta finally here again. Gonna be difficult, to be honest. But who knows? We always racing around noon, something like 3 p.m. in the sim. But it's 11 a.m. in the sim, so it's pretty cold early in the morning. And 95 on the track, so it used to be 120, 35. And
that's only 95 degrees, and that's like freezing cold when it comes to these cars here. Typically, when we come here for the Indy Oval Series competition, when we race this configuration, which is the preferred configuration by a lot of the drivers. Lexus Newsom 223. Oh, Chad Simpson 224.6. Oh, we're just resetting at Butch Davis at 225.5, but it's like 130 plus is typically what we see track temps. So we go 3 wide, a little bit further back.
Yeah, some incident on the back. Something happened with Rodin. Even Clendy was around. He's fully back. Some
Rodin F-Tink right there, and that blue and white had an Easter egg blue. Velocity Online Racing Altena Auto Sport entry. Chad Simpson up into the gray stuff way up high, but Chad is up 5 spots already. Goes on the outside of Mason Mitchum and gets the position. Move Chad Simpson up the 3rd spot.
This turn 2 is gonna be a issue because of here you can take the high line. Like for example, it's taking Andy. Sorry, I thought it was Andy, Craig Forsyth, but it's Andy actually. And that here is the problem. Where it should be go? I go on the middle line. What is Andy now? and find out the wall is closed, or you can go like a Shane Cocker did on the first line. But you need to find out if it's somebody is on your right side, so don't hit him. So it is really difficult, especially around maybe lap 20, 25, when the tire is gonna start to looking for a time out.
Let's ride with Caleb Brashear. And this place is wide. It's fast. Look at this front stretch. Look how wide it is. Like you could use it all. It's not like a funnel filtering down at these double dog legs on the quad oval on the front stretch like at Atlanta or even Texas. Very wide there. You can go through there easily too wide. No problems. But look at a big lift for Caleb and almost up into the side of Trace. Whoa.
That was close. That's the disadvantage if you use the first line. It's like you have to lift in. If you go full, it's sure it's going to be a have a contact. But net code didn't work on that.
Here's Indy, the prodigy, in the solid gold on the high side. It's a run now. I believe he's clear. We'll go to the Robbie Gordon cam. There you go. The only heat right now in this race is the heat coming out of that exhaust. The racetrack is cool, so this is going to be a bit of a pack race until tire day kicks in. We're really not too far away from that. Down low, behind Mason Mitchum, his teammate, getting a draft. Aero wash. The aero wash is bad here. You just saw that last time. There's, again, to the inside, Caleb Brashear. 2x2 in front of him. Top three, Newsom, Simpson, Povolonis. It's another VRL car, that third car, so 3 VRL cars in the top 6. Thanks for joining us. If you like the coverage, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already, and make sure to ring that bell so you don't miss out on the next race on the channel. We have a doubleheader Tuesday, a doubleheader Monday. It's championship week in iRacing. We will get new champions crowned in the Oval and Fixed Series, as well as the Indy Next Road and Oval Series as well. And we're looking at a possible undisputed situation for Adam Blocker. He could win his 19th championship on the open side of things and win his 3rd championship on the oval side of things, and he'll become an undisputed INDYCAR champion from for a season.
Yeah, and in the NXT Oval Series, Andy is going for the 2 times again. And in the road standing, I think it's Gerard Curry going.
Jared Curry.
Yes, Jared Curry is.
F-take up in the wall. Yeah, and that would be another championship for him.
But I think, like I just said, it's gonna be the Chris Jericho 2 times.
Undisputed. Yes.
It is so funny when he have a conversation with Ric Flair, because at that time Ric Flair was the manager of the Raw.
Yeah.
So it was like, you cannot talk to me like that. I am the undisputed.
That's right. I remember. It very easily could have been Ric Flair could have called himself an undisputed champion. But remember when he came over to the WWE. He still had the WCW NWA belt, but he at the time only called himself the real world champion. That was it. I'm the real world champion.
But yeah, that was around 2001 to...
Yeah, 2002, 2003, because it was after they acquired... Yeah, it was after they acquired WCW. Yeah.
I think when they came to the Skydome in WrestleMania 2002, I think so, that one. I think it was the last WrestleMania with the F.
Oh, and they're still at WWE.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty much. I think Adam Blocker should now just Adam Blocker, baby, instead of Adam Cole for the undisputed era. Got the undisputed driver. Meanwhile, lap 18 of 150. Thanks for joining us, everybody. It's a long day of racing. Pato Award sweeps at Milwaukee. And there's some trivia, I believe, involved there. So the last driver to win back-to-back races in the same day actually was at this racetrack back in 1981. Rick Mears won 2 races in the same day. Now, Alex Vandesant asked in the Discord, what's the quickest time before wins? And I'm not quite sure what he was looking for, but I'm thinking, well, I remember back in the just reading the newspaper articles for because they didn't really, I did have them on TV, and you could find those races actually on YouTube. In fact, I think Al Michaels, the guy used to call Monday Night Football and the Miracle on Ice, I think he called those races for NBC, I think, back in the day. But he called those races, and I thought what they did is they had the first race, and then there was a little bit of a little bit of a wait. Like the teams cooled down the engines and everything, and put new tires on, filled them full of gas and everything, reset the field, and pretty much went again. So I think Mears when he won here both times, I mean, they were probably in a matter of a couple hours. Whereas Pato won in the morning or in the early afternoon, then there was a couple-hour wait, and then they did what I call the late afternoon race. So I still think Rick Mears has the last fastest wins that we've had as a driver, getting the fastest back-to-back wins in IndyCar history. That makes sense. Not that it really matters. We'll probably never see another situation like this again. And this is definitely one of those races that we got a car to the inside coming off of 2. Craig Forsyth got loose off the corner. I think he caught it. This is one of those races that you can probably win a beer at the bar. Oh, look how loose Craig is. But when was the last time a driver won the second race of a doubleheader first? Because the second race of a doubleheader first, yes. Because that's what happened. Pato won the second race, which was the race that we had this afternoon, early this afternoon. And remember, the second race we had today was a rescheduled race from yesterday. So second race first. So Pato Award's that only driver that can go in IndyCar history to possibly say that. The only other race that I think remotely comes close in terms of its uniqueness was when we went to Texas, and then we had to come back like 3 or 4 months later to finish the race. I don't know if you remember that.
Yes.
That was the race that Joseph Newgarden went almost cockpit first into the wall on the front straight. Got lucky.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And that was pretty vicious. "76 days later." Yeah. And he says, don't think about scheduling too much. It'll make you cross-eyed. I am glad that I was not part of that race crew at here's a battle for Simpson and Brashear. I had to handle that. That had to be murder. And, of course, also, I'm sure... Oh, Caleb,
no.
Whoa.
Oh, my God.
I'm sure the city of Milwaukee or West Allis or whoever, the police or whoever had to patrol the streets outside and direct traffic, that wasn't fun for them. They had to do probably extra overtime. I'm sure it was a logistical nightmare. Oh, Bashir is forcing Simpson up into the wall there. He definitely arced in late there. He's like, nope, I'm going to take this line. I own the line.
Yeah, he did a good job of that, because I think that's the only way to defend or try to okay, like you said, this is my line, and I choose the second line, so you need to go to the third one and your best to don't hit the wall. And I think Chap Simpson did that. So take, and now Brashear with 4 spot is in third, and Coyne for Casey on front. Roddy went to the pit.
Roden F-Tink, yeah, on pit road. So he decided to come to pit road just now. He's on his out lap to probably get some damage taken a look. Yeah, he's taking some damage, get some damage looked at there. He had a 12-second stop. So they fixed what they could and sent him on his way. Meanwhile, back up front, Povolonis leads, followed by Alexis Newsom. Also in chat, I see your good pal, Christopher Demerit, LGN. And Alexis and Christopher, the co-developers of the I5G tools. You should learn more about this. We'll talk more about it as the race goes on. They are sponsoring today's race. A lot of information about it in the description. You want to click on the link that will take you to their Discord, and then you can learn more about the most recent release. But if you like, you know how drivers have in real IndyCar racing, they have the weight jacker, right? Well, you know, they have the fast jacker, which is basically you hit a button and it does its thing, and then you hit another button and it goes another direction. Well, they got something very similar like that, and it's pretty cool that I5G is making some of their tools available to everyone out there in the community. So check them out. The i5g.tools, I believe, is the URL.
Santos and pits again? Oh no, Roddy again.
Roden F-Tink on pit road, Santos, just not working out for him.
Actually, Forson is calling for the pit. Treston Forson is calling. Interesting.
Fortson coming in early. This is lap 34 of 150, so I don't know if he's got another plan in mind, or maybe he has some damage. He's in a home team livery here in Atlanta. He's in the Georgia Bulldogs livery. Of course, we're in the state of Georgia here in Atlanta Motor Speedway, or Echo Park Speedway. We'll see what type of... What's that?
The Brando Trost strategy.
The Brendan Trost strategy, which typically, sometimes it works, but most of the time it doesn't. Oh, into the wall. Caleb Brashear off of 2. He's caught it, though, but these cars are definitely getting loose now as we are now midway through the run. We'll ride again with Caleb Brashear. Let's watch and see if we have any counter steer. If we go up to the high line, yeah, he's pretty high. What he doesn't want to do, he does not want to turn the wheel as much as possible this direction. He wants to come out and steer out of the turn early. Yeah, he is not wanting to turn this wheel at all. This car is very loose at the moment. Look how high he is. Again, higher in the corner. Don't turn the wheel as much. You can also carry more speed through the corner. He's not turning that wheel hardly at all down the straightaway. Battle for the lead right in front of him between Povolonis and his teammate, Alexis Newsom. Oh, into the wall. That was a little bit of a kiss. Do we have to, Caleb, do we have to put you on the breathalyzer tonight, man?
So I think it's the time when the people need to move less the wheel, turn it less, just maybe do the line a little bit long, like Caleb is doing now.
Blinking.
But moving less the wheel.
Well, if it blinked for you, it blinked for me. And if that means it blinked for me, you probably saw it on the screen, on the stream, so. My stats are looking good. CPU's not even using 50% of power, so. GPU's not even using that much either. GPU's not even hot.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh! Everyone disappeared. Anyways, I think it's not a bad idea, like Treston did, coming to the pit. And maybe don't have that issues because the tire is getting a little bit difficult. I think it is at this point, if you have any problems, maybe it's better to come in early. I used to do it, so it's like, man, I cannot drive in anymore this car, so I prefer to come in early and lose the time than lose the car. And then at some point, maybe you're gonna come in a yellow flag in the middle and regroup everyone again and start with the new race, everyone.
Watching prime time, John Steller to Logan Edwards, another one of the I5G entries. And Logan down low. John Stellar, whoa, slams the door on him. Says, this line is mine. Atlanta Motor Speedway has a 1.54-mile oval that we're racing on. 24 degrees of banking in this version. 2008 iRacing scan represents the high-speed Atlanta layout used before the new Super Speedway, super high-speed version that they currently race on now. INDYCAR will probably never, ever race at that configuration. They did race at this one. INDYCAR Championship raced at Atlanta Motor Speedway 14 times between 65 and 2001. This particular configuration hosted the Indy Racing League 4 times, 98 through 2001. Kenny Breck won the 98 race. Scott Sharp won in 99. And Greg Ray, there's a name we don't talk about very often, won in 2000 and 2001, making him the only repeat winner during the IRL era. Billy Boat owns the track record on this particular layout at 224.1. We are well faster than that. As you saw, I think 227 in qualifying. Greg Ray owns the race average, which we will probably be faster than a lot of the IndyCar races here back in the day. Tend to be a lot of yellows. There'd just be bad drivers or just really kind of bad engines and bad engineering of those cars at that time. Across every Atlanta Motor Speedway era, though, Rick Mears leads with 5 wins. Johnny Rutherford, believe it or not, has 3. And Greg Roy won twice. We are nearing what might be the first window for a lot of these drivers. About lap 50, into the wall. Clindy, as we're continuing to watch Logan Edwards chase down the top 10. So I'm suspecting we're going to see a lot of these drivers head down pit road. I don't imagine, Lewis, that they don't want to go as deep into a run as before, because these cars just look wicked right now. There is not a lot of passing going on because everyone's just kind of hanging on.
Like they battle with the car inside. So I think, like I said, if you don't feel comfortable with the car, it's better to come in now. But if you're really good, like for example, Casey or Caleb Brashear or even Anna Klemek is good on the front. Even Alexis Newsom, actually talking about her, she's coming to the pit now and coming now next time by. Actually, she's coming now.
Yeah, she's coming in, so pitting a little bit early. Oh, she's going to slide in. She keeps it locked, but she keeps it. Oh, no, then it comes around. This kind of reminds me of what Schumacher happened off of 4. He's still spinning, spinning. Oh, this is going to be costly. This is going to be really costly.
Oh, my God. It's really desperate. It's really annoying. It's not desperate. You feel desperate to put the car again on the straight. But it's like, what to do? But it is what it is. And
now those tires, are already upset at this point. And they got even hotter, and they got even more upset. So we'll see what happens with Povolonis and Brashear here. Who will come to pit road? Remember, they were up front a lot. Povolonis was punching the hole in the air, so he should have slightly less mileage, but he does allow Brashear ahead, so he could maybe draft off Brashear a little bit and extend this run. There you see the power of new tires. There's Pim Van Gestel. He's pitted 7 laps ago, and this is what new tires do, just like you saw at Milwaukee in the real IndyCar race. When they put on new tires, they felt like Superman. You saw that the in-car with Malukas. Same thing with Pim Van Gestel. And he has Durazo, who also came to pit road. He's on his out lap. So they're going to pull away from this group. Casey Povolonis is in the grass on coming to entrance to pit road. So that's going to cost him time.
Oh, no, maybe. I think he's already on the pit, so I don't think it's going to be a penalty or black flag.
I don't think it's going to be a penalty, but I think it's going to cost him some time on pit road. Again, another car locking up on pit road. Who just did that? That was Caleb Brashear. That was Caleb Brashear.
It is not yellow. Shane Dugan hit the wall in turn 2, and no yellow. No, he exited the pit road, and he lost the control on the car. Oh no!
Trying to find that was you said Dugan?
Yeah, Shane Dugan.
All right, there he is. Oh, and he does have a meatball flag, and yes, he is showing some damage right now. We'll see what happened. Oh, yeah, okay, so we'll go back. He probably doesn't want me to show this at all. Here he is coming off of pit road. And, right there, he unloads the car off the banking. No caution because it's well out of the racing line.
Should be caution, but anyways.
And a clinic, pit road.
Craig Forsyth took 13 seconds in the box. He had an incident with Forson, and he lost the front wing, and then iRacing forgive him, but not enough. So he got the 5 seconds penalty for changing the front wing. So he went back to almost back to the field with 15 spot.
We'll reset the field here momentarily. I need to get some supplemental overlays going here. Here we go. Logan Edwards is your leader. Hamilton Akabuizi, who we have on cam now, he is second. He has not stopped yet. So Edwards with Team I5G. He's stopping. Here he comes. Ricky Paz now picks up the lead. Logan, gets on the pit road. Nice and easy there. Hamilton's coming to pit road. He is one of the very first. I thought he was sliding to the inside wall, and I forgot he has one of those very first. Started very deep in the field. He's looking to better that record, and unfortunately, with only 39 entries, he cannot beat the all-time record with Jacob. Jacob does have it. I was stood corrected after our races a couple weeks ago at Texas. He has the channel record and the votive record for the farthest ever to start a race and to win a race. The farthest back ever, and then to win the race. He started from 42nd, so he went 41 positions. Matt Taylor, Team I5G, he is still out there. And he is running the longest at 56 laps. Butch Davis, purple lap with the new tires.
Hey. What did you say Greg Ray time did? Fastest lap?
The fastest lap in qualifying was Billy Boat. And we are much faster than that. As Billy Boat, 224.1. And there you see Taylor, fastest lap at a 222.7. I've had that fastest lap interval up there the whole time. I shouldn't have done that. Let's get back to the intervals. There you go. We'll show you the intervals between positions. I typically put the fastest lap during practice and qualifying so people can glance at that real quick. But these are the numbers that matter, the distances between positions right now. Caleb Brashear, though, after this round of pit stops, has pulled himself out to the front by 3.2 seconds over Treston Fortune. You talked about Treston coming to pit road early, and he did. We saw him come to pit road there early in the Dogs car there, and he is stormed to the front. Unlike the rest of the SEC teams, he is now P2.
Yeah, it's P2, but man, 25 laps, and from the moment he coming out.
Yeah, he went 34. He went 34 on that first stint. I think somewhere in that neighborhood. He went 33. He pitted at lap 33, so he's coming in for his 34th lap. So you're right. He's mostly through that stint, his second stint already. If he plans on keeping that up.
Yeah, actually, it's in the margin it's in the margin when the car starts to getting difficult to drive. And
Treston fades a little high to give dirty air to Casey. Casey on the much fresher tires underneath him in the double dog legs. And he gets that position. He's going to bring Anna Klimek on through. Chad Simpson up in that group as well. And just behind him is the progenitor. That's Clay Kirchenbauer.
Yeah, look at that. Alexis Newsom is on 6. She's almost there.
She could use a caution. Maddie Taylor, 227.5. That's about what we qualified at.
But yeah, I think Forson did a good job. But the thing is, now start to penalize the tires. It's gonna be start to drop back. Maybe it's gonna lose, I guess, maybe 5 more positions in the back when it's coming a new cycle to the pits, and then we're gonna see it again on the front. But if we have a yellow flag, it's going to be amazing for him to the last teams. Maybe, I said, 30 laps to go, maybe something like that.
I mentioned the furthest back starters to win all time. That record, of course, is Jacob Oster. He owns first and second place in the votive record book. The first place record is also a channel record. That's 41 spots gained, where he won at that closest finish ever at Chicago. And I got a graphic on that too, thanks to our good admin. Boom, here you go. Closest finishes ever at the Votive Indy Oval Series. And there you go. That is. We had a statistical tie in that race to 3 decimal points until the 4th decimal point, and that's where we found the difference. And he verified it, and I concur with it. So that is Jacob Oster. And look at all these times, though, Lewis. You have the graphic. It's in the Discord. But all these, they're all in the 10,000ths of a second. Very close finishes in the previous history here in the Votive Indy Oval Series. Let's get this off the screen here real quick. There we go. But the second farthest back is Jacob Oster when he won at Texas in race number 1. He 39 spots back. I think Brendan won. Brandon won race 1. That was a day race. Brendan won race 1. He's 3rd all time in the farthest back. It's plus 37, and then Oster won race 2, and that's 2nd all time furthest race back. That was plus 39. So records that are pretty remarkable, but for anyone to beat them, that will be a pretty tall effort right now. I will say. Caution is out. Samard backwards across the start-finish line into the grass. And that's one of the Rogue Satellite Alliance members.
Oh, have an incident with Forson, with not Shadid.
Trace Shadid.
But I think it's not Shadid's fault. Not Shadid's fault.
It's just a very much. I won't make a call. Fortson's in it, or excuse me, Shadid's in it.
Oh. Amal Lal also hit the wall, tried to come back to the track.
Oh, Monlal right there. Yeah, well, watch. This is coming to the pace car. He's in front of Matt Taylor, and he goes through the, oh no, he's going through the grass. Trace goes to the grass, and then, and right in front of Ricky Paz, too. That is unfortunate. He's just an innocent victim in that one. He's just trying to slow down. The other is Trace Shadid, and we have such a big field here, and I'm trying to find his car. Can't find it right now. There he is. But we'll see what happened to Trace. You kind of saw that. This is very. I don't want to. This is where we have race stewards, and they make the call here. I don't want to make a judgment here. It just very much in chat. If you want to, go right ahead. It could be one of those racing deals as well. Oof.
Well, I think I assuming, because like I said, it's true. We have a race control to judge that. But Trisha D came to his line. He gave it a line he went to the third line, and Chris decided to just, there's nobody on the right side, and yep. I don't know why. Actually, yes. I said about Treto Forson, it could be good, a yellow flag, and this yellow flag is pretty good for him. Because everyone is,
he would have been pretty close to coming in the pit road. He's at 35 laps of his stint, and he pitted last time. And we'll see if he decides to come to pit road. He is staying out at the moment, but I think Povolonis. Nope. Who is on pit road?
No,
Someone
only
is on pit road.
Anna Klemek. Only Anna Klemek stayed out.
Anna Klemek stayed out. Bashir stayed out. No, Anna Klemek, you're right. Only driver. But we saw some extra drivers come to pit road. I'm not sure who it was.
On the back on the field in 28, 29.
Oh, I think it was Jacob. Yeah, Jacob Collins, who has another white VRL car, but he's with Rogue Racing. He just has the VRL sponsorship on the side. They pay some of his bills. Anna Klemek, though, stays out. She's 16 laps into her stint. She is defending series champion. She also won the Texas night race pole. She's 9th in the standings entering Atlanta today. Looking to get a good finish and to not only win the race that her team sponsors, but get back in her winning ways, being the car with the #1 badge here, or should have the #1 badge. Actually, she's got her father's, the number she has on her car is honoring her father, and the number he wore in hockey, I believe, that's why she has that. Getting ready to go green here at lap 71. It's Anna Klimek, then Clay Kirchenbauer on a slow restart, and almost an accordion behind him. And Anna is...
Somebody spun at the one.
Trying to see, that is...
Somebody also...
Tristan Fortson. That's Tristan Fortson.
Yeah, he lost the front wing.
No, he lost the rear wing. And this happened on the restart, and I said that we were getting an accordion action. And look at the outside. Look at Clindy go to the outside. Those are all spots he can do, and he picked up like 4 spots. But Indy makes a collision with Tristan. Indy loses his front wing, or his right front wing plane. Tristan now has no rear downforce, but he has all the front downforce, and he just turns the wheel, and there's no amount of anti-roll bar or weight jacker that you can keep the car underneath you there. It almost takes out Lodato. Oh, and Pim Van Gastel rides into it.
He lost the front wing, but Racing Forgiven, because they have a contact with Alexis Newsom on the restart. I don't know
lost the front wing? Okay, let's see.
Damage.
Let's go back. Let's go back and... Tristan loses the front wing. I didn't see that, but there is. We'll get a tighter shot here of that group, and let's see. That's maybe too tight. Let's go back to this one. Yeah, here we go. They get going. Did he lose the front wing? And he's forgiven. Well, he goes up on her bumper. He doesn't lose the front wing, but he definitely has damage. So he has damage to the front of the car and now the rear of the car. So neither way, the car is balanced, and then he turns the wheel. And he immediately goes around. But for sure, Indy has a missing wing plane. It did not snap back into place.
Okay, Ricky Paz says something about...
Oh, did he say something on the radio?
Quiet.
Hold on.
He said quiet. No. He said quiet Bob for the... No. Wait. He said quiet for the broadcast, so I could be he messed.
I see.
Oh, maybe yes.
Audio
on
check.
The restart. Oh, you know what? Oh my God! You know what? Ricky Paz avoid
okay.
First of Forson, but unfortunately the car on the back didn't. And basically.
Yeah, that was Indy. Indy got into the back of Fortson.
Yeah, but Gastel saw the car of the Ricky Paz on front.
Yeah, Pim ran into the incident after the wall contact. Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm just checking audio. If everyone watching at home, just give me a 1 if you hear audio fine in chat. That'll be perfect. And make sure that I think we have audio playing. I think someone would have said a while ago that the audio is bad. Tonight's I5G Tools 225 at Legacy Atlanta. It's the 3rd running that we've had here in the history of the Votive Indy Oval Series, brought to you by Team I5G Tools. It's a free open source application created by Team I5G's Alexis Newsom and Christopher Demera that gives drivers more advanced manual control over the weight jacker, anti-roll bars, and other in-car adjustments, much like the tools used by professional INDYCAR drivers that you probably saw on TV today. In addition to replacing replicating fast jacking, I5G Tools can also provide audio cues for upshifts and downshifts, alert the driver when the hybrid battery is running low or reaching full charge, and warn when other driver is approaching from behind on push to pass. Wow, that is pretty cool. Visit i5g.tools to join the Discord server. Link is in the description. Receive announcements when new versions are released, and to share feedback or recommendations for future versions of the app. Wow, that's pretty cool. I want to thank i5G for opening the can of some of their internal team secrets there to help out the drivers of the community. Just drive these cars kind of like how they're driven in real life. I remember when the community as a whole, we're back under green flag, by the way, Anna Klimek, Caleb Bashir, Casey Povolonis, Chad Simpson, and Clinty down the fifth. But you were kind of driving at the time, and I think you were driving at the same time when a lot of the Brazilians discovered that fast jacking for the first time in the community.
I start to remember some stuff in my time. So what it's like, well, now people start to open mind to show you some stuff like this one, Temerit, and all the people. But it's funny because in that time we don't have help, we don't have tools, we don't have nothing. It's just one race, and that's it. So when we do, and maybe the Meris listen this, what we do, we try to go to the Twitch broadcasting. I think Joe 2 Broadcasting, they used to do the Merit every Monday, and we try to steal the tools.
They know that. They know that. They know that.
And that's like, I remember a race in Atlanta for the championship points. Everyone have tools and everything, and we working in it. And he just came and he started to driving for the top line, and he won the race. It was like, that's the easy way. And then I find out that's the way to win in Atlanta a long time ago. So I think too late to the tools, but pretty good for the community, for the people who started now to learn more things, especially for the open series and open stuff.
Yeah, this is definitely the type of thing that works well if you're in the open series as well, because we have those tools available to us in the open or in the fixed series. So I'm laughing here because Chris has basically given himself his own 5-star Amazon review. Sounds like a neat program. I would hope you think so. I would hope you think so. Now, fast jacking is something that's been around the community for a while. It's either you mash the button, or some people would use a Joy 2 key macro. Now, there's an app there called Joy 2 Key that you can download and that you could use that. And there's nothing against the rules, nothing against iRacing rules. They say you can do that.
Only if you have something like Monza or maybe a Fanatec or something like that, because if you have Logitech G29 or 27, you don't have enough.
Yeah, you run out of buttons. You run out of buttons.
I don't know which one you want to use, but maybe something extra you can use next to. Sure.
Yeah, you get a button box. You can get a button box. Those are pretty cool. I used to run with a button box. It was really hard to find. I made everything so simple because I did everything in VR, so I had to do everything by touch.
Man, it's so funny because we went to it is true. We went as a naked team. We went to the Merit streaming to catch what is the anti-roll bar, what is the way to use. And we tried to emulate, but it didn't work. Sometimes works, sometimes not. But it's really funny.
I know some teams they zoom in, or they don't. I know some drivers. They don't animate the steering wheel. It just sits there, and then they zoom in their screen that they stream, so you don't see where the tools are set at. I've seen people do that before. I've seen people put like their face cam over the wheel, so that covers it up and everything. It's cool. I mean, I get it. I understand. I mean, it's so hard on the fixed and oval side of things. There goes Glindy down low under Povolonis. It is so hard on the fixed and oval side of things. Everyone's so even that a little bit of an advantage goes a long way. And I get it. I dig it. The open side of things, man, a lot of these setups that these teams have, I mean, they are like state secrets. It's like if you steal them, you are performing espionage. And you can get a bad name for yourself if you start stealing other people's work and everything. But they're protected, and they're like in super secure vaults and probably under people's houses and stuff.
But for sure, the INDYCAR drivers walking past to the car, start to check in something. Sure, all the cars are the same. You just change some stuff inside.
A lot of the changes are very subtle: dampers, shocks, ride heights. I'm going to say it probably boils down to that. Now, Chris could be sitting there shaking his head at me going, Gary, you don't know what you're talking about. Pretty sure that's where most of the difference is coming from. So gearing. I think gearing is a little bit there, too. But dampers, shocks, ride height, those things. And I remember even back in ICR, INDYCAR Racing 2, and INDYCAR Racing 1, where I learned a lot of my setup, learn how to set up a car. And that's really elementary compared to what you can do in iRacing nowadays. I really was able to learn a lot about shocks and ride height and everything. Clindy, way up. He's giving a little extra room to his technical teammate there, Chad Simpson. Now he's on a round. Now move Clindy up to third. But that's where I learned a lot about how important setting up shocks and ride heights and that type of thing is to these cars. Most people just they start tinkering with gearing and what was it? Most people are gearing and wings. That's kind of what they start tinkering with, and they don't really get into the dampering. And you could lose yourself in the dampers, I think, in the shocks. You could definitely lose yourself there.
Oh, nice block. Oh, Clendy. He almost have a
He sent it right at the last second. He's finding that the best way to get around here is to put your car where the other people aren't, and he goes high. Anna floats up. She gets the dirty air, but Clindy keeps his foot in it, and now he's down the back stretch here, the old front stretch. Chris says it supports having functions bound to specific combination of buttons so you can make that most of your 6 buttons. Yeah, that's right. A lot of people don't know. You can when you map buttons in iRacing, you could set a 2-button combo. I don't know a lot of people know that. Like if you hold one button and hit another, that's a button mapping. And I don't think a lot of people know you can do 2-button combos, maybe even 3-button combos. I don't know, but I know you can do 2-button combos in iRacing. Clindy did a lead.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that, to be honest. But if you buy the packet, they're gonna show you how to do it. But it's really difficult actually to find out. So.
Whoa, Tyquilla. We're watching Butch Davis. Tyquilla up into the wall off of 1 and 2.
You know what? If this race going to green to the end, it's gonna be.
All right, you just said it. You just said it. Knocking on wood.
Oh yeah. Anyway, if we finish the race like that, and we have the pit stop, it's gonna be really.
We are getting very close to what I would consider getting to our final pit stop, right around lap 100.
They need to wake up. So Alexis Newsom, Casey Poblano, Don Span again.
I want to shout out Edson Santos. He's very quietly, the Brazilian leader energy entry, very quietly has worked his way in the 7th position. One of the all-time winners, leaders in wins here in this series. Very quietly. He's been in the top 10 all day. And he is up to 7th. Old and slow Mark Murphy. He's up 14 spots to 8th. John Stellard, he's up 6 spots to 9th, and Logan Edwards up 7 spots to 10th. A lot of these guys from 7th on back are worth shouting out. They could probably use a caution to bring this field a little bit closer together, but they know they have one more stop to go. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I want to ask you about the IndyCar. So Palau is 5th-time champion.
5-time champion, 4 in a row.
And race 1 finish.
Both races are done.
Oh.
Both races are done. So he's clinched a championship. So yeah. So he stands alone, 3rd all time, with the most IndyCar championships. So it's only ahead of him is Scott Dixon and AJ Foyt. And frankly, at this point, I see no reason to not make him a favorite for next season's championship. So I think he's going to tie Dixon next year. I think the record we need to look at here is him getting to AJ, and it'll be interesting that if he does it next year, the last year with this car, then he does it another year, and he goes that's 6 straight championships. That's pretty unprecedented right there. But then he'll tie AJ. And that's a number that no one really thought. I mean, that's a lot like, you know, how Jimmy Johnson and Richard Petty have all those championships and they're tied and no one's beat them. I think Dale Earnhardt's there too. I'm not a NASCAR guy, so don't yell at the TV at me. I don't care about NASCAR anyways. But, you know, it's everyone's like, if they get one more, they'll be the all-time. But they kind of all of them ran out of time, whether age or career or whatever. Hello has time and age right now. I see no reason to believe that Palou can't become an 8-time champion here in the IndyCar Series and set the new record. I can't. I don't see any reason. Unless fate says otherwise, I don't see any reason why he can't beat AJ Foyt. Not at this point, anyways.
Well, somebody said the record is always need to break it for somebody.
Yes, the record does need to be broken.
Yeah, and that's what Ariel Larendek said every time when it's coming in Indianapolis. Somebody needs to do the fastest lap. Somebody will beat AJ's championship record. Somebody will beat AJ's win record. I'm hoping that's Dixon, but I think he's running out of time. I didn't expect his performance fall off the performance that he's had this year to be as bad as it was. We'll see if he gets rejuvenated at McLaren, kind of like how Power really should have got the win in race 1, or the first race today. He should have got the win. He just sped on pit road. He took the win away from himself on that one. But I think Power's going to get another win, and I don't want to be a hater on little Dave. I like Dave. I really want Power to get a win before Dave gets a win, because I think Power, me being an older guy, I think Power got done dirty by Penske on letting him go to put Dave in the car. I don't think, as I'm looking at it right now, I mean it's a lateral change at best to go to Dave. I don't think they were really gaining any performance with Dave, and I think the same type of performance that Power always puts in is kind of what you're seeing on the racetrack. Oh, Alexis Newsom in the wall off of 2. In fact, it's a little known fact that people forget about. The only driver to break up this Palou championship period that we're in is Will Power. Will Power is the only driver to break that up. So I know that there's still a lot left in the tank for Will Power. Before we get too far into discussing things, I do need to discuss, hey, the Votive Indy Oval Series is presented by Loverns Incorporated. Loverns provides professional services in renovation, remodeling, painting, and mold removal for government, commercial, and residential projects. For a quote or to learn more, like them on Facebook. You can follow them or visit them at, you can follow them on Facebook and like them on Facebook. You can also visit loversinc.com today. Link is in the description. And of course, we always want to special shout out to Tom Lovern. That's Gary's brother. He's the owner of Loverns Incorporated. And I want to thank him for supporting the league. There is Gary right there in 29th position, the league, and several races on the calendar. I'm going to go more deep about the championship.
Okay, go deep. Go deep.
For example, deep, something you know, maybe follow. Anna Clemens calling for the pit.
The final stop.
You don't follow this. MotoGP. So Sainz.
Oh! Sorry. Trusted Fortune coming to pit. Excuse me, that's twice I've done a Trusted Fortune. Trace, you did, and that might have slowed down Anna a little bit coming to pit road for final stop. But they're on pit road. I think that might have slowed her down the approach a little bit, but she's going to be able to get to her spot with relative ease. Now, whether or not she'll have to race Trace out, we don't know. Okay, go back to what you're talking about.
So
MotoGP.
We're talking about AJ Foyt and Palou. So Marc Marquez is the next one, can make 8-time champion on the MotoGP, but he's close to beat the 8 times the Italian Giacomo Agostini is the name. Since 1975. So I think it's the same thing. It's the same like a level of AJ Foyt, but in MotoGP.
MotoGP.
Yeah. So I think maybe, why not? Alex Palou, oh my God, Daniel Durazo.
Oh,
It was
and I'm watching
almost.
Matt Taylor. Matt Taylor got loose off a 2.
People need to come into the pit. I think it's a time.
Yeah, it is. A lot of these drivers are 40 laps into the stint. They are fighting loose callers right now. Watching Durazo and Coker side by side through the start-finish line. The Cat versus the admin. Oh, Coker, he's like, I want this middle groove. They're not giving each other a lot of room coming off the corner. Oh, wow, they're still side by side down the backstretch.
But yeah, to finish that, I think Palou is too young. He's really young to maybe hit a little, maybe couple, 3 or more, 4 titles.
Yeah.
Until get tired.
Yeah, unless there's some rule or some injury or worse, I don't really see anyone stopping Alex Palou. Not after these last 2 seasons. I just don't see it. I think what he's gonna do is, and then we see Anna Klimek with those new tires, being like Supergirl there. I do think everyone in the league is going to step up and try to beat him like they did this year. But I think just down the stretch, Palou just like, you know what, guys?
Oh,
I'm gonna
just for the pit, and oh no.
Oh, 3 wide. Oh,
that's.
Butch Davis coming to pit road. Butch Davis on pit road. They got Lodato and Durazo. The Cat finds the grass. I know, mine are indoor cats. I don't think cats, at least cats in my household, I don't send them to the grass. And he finds, like the cats in my house, this cat finds the right box. So here we go. Meanwhile, up front, it is Caleb Brashear, Glendy, Casey Povolonis, Alexis Newsom. Brashear, 0.4 of a second lead over Glendy. Glendy and Brashear 2 and 0.6, over Povolonis in third. Alexis Newsom has recovered from her incident on pit road, is now in fourth.
Wait, do you think?
Oh, we have smoke down the backstretch. I don't know what happened down the backstretch, but we have smoke down the backstretch.
I'll let you know.
Is that Lilac Zier?
I'll let you know which who was.
Let's see if that might have been Lilac Zier. Let's see. We'll go a little fast forward here.
I found it. Butch Davis.
Oh, no, Butch.
On the exit of the pit road, he lost the control. He went for an inside road.
All right.
If you see the car in the front,
we won't subject any more to going back to find that one. But
I forgot to.
Here we go.
Yeah,
here it is.
Klimek.
Here it is. Oh, look at that! And that, I don't know if he got a black flag on that one. I could have brought out a caution with the way he went back over that white line. All right, Brashear coming to pit road. Clinty's going to take over the lead. Brashear, catches the banking. Everyone's catching that banking awkward because we're exiting off of 4.
Oh, yeah.
Willie P is everyone's goat. As being an old guy, I am definitely partial to the old guys. I want to see the old guys do well, but I also want to give the old guys job protection. I don't think he deserved to lose that seat in Penske, especially with getting a win on the way out. And there goes Caleb Brashear. Final stop for him is done. 31 to go.
Wait, it's still INDYCAR like if you have money, you have the seat?
Well, yeah, but Will, I don't know. Will's not paying for a seat. He's probably one of the few drivers on the grid that he's bringing talent, and then whatever car he gets in is going to be probably a fully sponsored car. Caught in the wall off the corner, and that is, I think, that is Edson Santos. Edson Santos, and Coker doing blind rolls. Andy Kirchenbauer goes to the grass.
Oh, somebody, I think, Exo Santos called to the pit. But he put on the chat. And Nick Field, didn't realize it's coming to the pit.
Let's take a look at this. Edson Santos coming to pit road. There you see Logan on the high side. He might have noticed, giving him room, and then just clips him just a little bit. That's the closing rate in the car. Nick into the wall. And then where does Coker come into this? He just comes into the zone. He has a car driver, two team cars in front of him. And, oh, gosh, barrel rolls into the catch fence. Now, there were some drivers already on pit road, and I think Stouffer was, and he got the stop. Same thing with Jacob Collins. No, not Jacob Collins. That was Casey Povolonis. There's Casey Povolonis. He was on pit road. No, Stouffer did the drive-through. Okay, I thought he made a stop. Okay, well,
yeah,
pit stops are occurring now anyways. Demerit says, probably making sure that Malukas doesn't get scooped up by another team first. He was on A.J. Foyt's team. Isn't that the B team for Penske? I can't imagine if they say, we're going to pay the guy and he's going to run on your team, keep him for us, and we'll give you money for it. I can't imagine A.J. Foyt not giving him the ride. But you're right. There's always that. Hey, if you enjoy P1's coverage, go ahead. Go ahead.
No. Keep going. On the end, I told you my opinion about that.
If you enjoy P1's coverage of the Votive Indy Oval Series and respect the stream, everybody, please do us a solid to support us by subscribing. And while you're at it, smash the like button and click the bell so you don't miss out on future iRacing broadcasts. If you're just joining us, you are watching P1's coverage of the I5G Tools 225 at Legacy Atlanta, where currently a I5G driver leads. Alexis Newsom has stayed out, or came to pit road and has left pit road and is now the leader. Everybody in front of her is going to get the waiver round. So despite the incident on pit road, Lewis, Alexis Newsom is now going to be your leader with 28 to go. Right behind her is Clindy, and then Casey Povolonis and Chad Simpson, and Mark Murphy has worked his way up to 5th. And then another I5G entry, and Logan Edwards is in 6th. Again, if you're just joining us, thanks for watching. Clindy entered tonight as both winners of previous races here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Could he be looking at another win tonight? 2 championship wins along with a non-championship win here in the Votive Indy Oval Series. Currently, he runs 2nd. Be sure to next race with us. Well, it's in the future. In fact, it's about a month from now. And it's going to be at the new Scan of Milwaukee, believe it or not. The new Scan of Milwaukee, September 27th is the next Votive race. We'll have the blue walls, just like you saw on TV today. And a month from now, that is the next race on the Votive Indy Oval schedule, 175 laps. We'll actually get the last race this Wednesday in the Formula Indy Series when they go there. That'll be our last race ever at that Scan. Green flag back out. Newsom, Clindy, Povolonis, Simpson, Murph, your top 5. Sprint to the end? We'll see. Stick with us. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, it's going to be a sprint to the end with all of these people. I think Mike Wheeler and I think Seb Alexander. It's going to be difficult for them, because they have a 17 and 16 laps on the all tire. But all of these people, they can run in to the end, and sure, you're going to have maybe one more yellow flag. I said it's going to be on green, but didn't. So it's going to be, this is the battle for the victory. Chad, Casey, Kyle, Alexis, Mark, Logan Edwards on the back, John Stella, and even Mason Machen over there.
There you see, you talked about who came to pit road, and there you see Clindy, 6 laps on the tires. He came with, I think he came to pit road while it was getting closed, so he has a few extra laps, but those are still fresh tires. Then Newsom with 4, Povolonis with 6. I think Povolonis did make it to pit road. Here comes Murph with 4 lap old tires. Then we got Brashear with 8, a little bit further back. Taylor with 13. And you mentioned Quilla and Seb Alexander with 19 and 18 lap-old tires who stayed out for some track position. They would like to see another caution maybe and maybe get another chance to come to pit road and throw on another set of tires. There are 5 sets here, or 5 tire changes, 6 sets. 1 on the car and 5 in the pits for this series, for this race.
Thinking about it, Mark's going for the second place, and oh my God, Mark Clendy and Alexis on the front, and it's gonna be really interesting on the end with this guys. You remember what's happened on Dark Horse, so you was there, so.
I tell you what, I do not want to be the, I do not want to have to deal with the aftermath of what happens between Clindy and Mark making any more contact. I hate to think about that one.
Even me with him, even me when I was in Kentucky, we have a incident by netcode between me, Mark, and Clendy. So when I think Mark said,
here comes
broadcasting. He said, broadcasting incident, or whatever, something like that. But,
Murph, and inside, there's a car there, buddy. He wants that slam that door. Now we can slam the door. I think Bubba Lotus flinched a little bit. Now Clendy goes to the bottom side, goes up top. He's going to bring Chad Simpson with him. Now second, Murph, Clendy, and Simpson are all technical teammates, but I know relations aren't the best between Murph and Clindy. Believe me, I hear about it all the time, more than I want to. And then here comes Chad Simpson, who's part of that team, but not part of that debate. And then we got I5G. Here comes Clindy to the inside. He gets the door open there, and Alexis goes to the middle, holds her line, falls back to second. Here comes Murph. Now, I will say this, Murph's car and Alexis's car are 2 of the better-looking cars on the grid, paint job-wise. I do like those 2 paint jobs.
I think Alexis Newsom fell asleep in that moment, but she didn't make any attempt.
You got to pick your line and hold it, and then, she was doing what she had to do. You're right.
I think she knows what to do, man.
I think she knows what to do.
I don't think she's leaving that line that easy, like she did. So I think it's for a reason.
She's a former Speedway Series champion from Lionheart. I'm never going to question Alexis Newsom.
Question it now.
Yeah, we'll see here in about 17 laps now, 16 laps to go. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe. If you want to hear more from Murph, check him out Monday night as the Open Series goes to Laguna Seca. Because IIS is going to Laguna Seca, because the INDYCAR Series is going to Laguna Seca next week. So Laguna Seca Monday night with the Open, and also the Indy Next Road Series will also be at Laguna Seca. So corkscrew action Monday night starting at 8 p.m. right here on P1. Tuesday night, we will be at Chicagoland again, me and you, Louise. And also then the Indy Next Oval Series 3 wide as Murph goes to the bottom, Clindy in the middle, Alexis up top. Murph comes out on the other side as a leader, 15 to go. Still a lot of racing to go. They go 3 wide again at the line. Murph down low, Clindy in the middle, Alexis up top. Indy Next Oval Series will be at Kern. Believe it or not, Kern Speedway on Tuesday night. So a little short track action, Indy Next. Here comes Clindy to the high side in 3 and 4.
Man, I think it's about the tires. I think nobody want to take the first line, and that's why Clindy left. Mark the lead, and then Mark start to fall back again. So I think that the momentum is going to be between these 2 guys, Clendy and Alexis, for the victory. But who's I'm sure Alexis can be squeezed a little bit on the first line and going for the side draft on the car. But man, Murphy's going to be over there also to wait for the mistake, or maybe wait for some contact to maybe can make him to take the lead and win the race.
come for the story racing, but stay for Gary's stories and stats. I don't know about that. But thank Clinty's mom anyways. Chris Merritt says, go Alexis, and then go Logan. And then Jared in there says, go Grange Hall, goes Luca. Luca, oh, almost off the corner, almost contact, almost into the inside wall. It was Clinty. Luca, let's see, that's Lucas. Is that Luca Tedesco? Lucas Lodato is in 18th. Luca Tedesco, there he is. He's in 12th. He's on the border of the top 10. Grange Hall, new team in the community. Oh, he's got the green car, though. Green car. Is that British Racing Green? That's the only green that's allowed. It's British Racing Green. Now then you look at Rashad Craig in front of him, and that's lime green. But if it works for Craig and if it works for Brophy, I guess that green's okay. It's more like the green that the Quaker State had in the Team Menard car. I guess that's okay. But green is generally bad luck in racing.
Be cool.
Cool green? Well, I mean, look at Paul Tracy. Didn't win that Indy 500.
Yeah.
I was rooting for him in that race, though. I really did. I hate to be a Helio hater, but I was rooting for him. I did not want to see Penske go back-to-back.
You want to see so funny to hey, I want a lawyer. So what is the case? The Indy 500. Oh, okay.
It wouldn't be the first time Penske's done that. He did it back in 81. Remember, 81, Bobby got penalized for passing under the pace car under caution. Passing, he didn't pass the pace car, he just passed cars on the racetrack. And they gave the win to Mario for about 6 months?
Yes.
Poor Mario. Poor Mario. Down the backstretch, 7 to go here at Atlanta. This has been a great race for Votive here tonight. And we have a shootout forming here between Alexis Newsom, still seeking her first win here in the series, and Clinty looking to add to his win total side by side of the one. And just behind him is Murph, and just behind him is Casey Povolonis, who is second in points, looking to gain in the points race. Because as Clinty goes to the inside, a little bit fade to protect on the white line, the points leader, Jacob Oster, not in the lineup tonight.
No, I think it's sure maybe it's gonna get close. These cases maybe finish on the top 3, or maybe not. But we have to find out when it's a checkered flag. So I think he have a good chance to maybe take the lead for sure for the championship. But at some point, Oster's gonna come in, and then it's gonna be like
coming to 4 to go. Coming to 4 to go, yeah. Oster will use this as his drop week, of course. Drop weeks go into account next week, so it's really not going to change the points that much when we see the points updated tonight. Clinty, though, looking to go 3 for 3 at Legacy Atlanta. He has 2 wins here, 1 a championship win that pays points, 1 that not a championship win, but it still counts toward his win total. You're killing me, Shane. Anyways, coming off the corner, coming 3 to go, side by side. Clinty's going to nip at the line that time by 0.6 of a second. Through the corner, 3 to go. Clinty goes high, pushes into the wall, sends Newsom into the wall. Clinty clears, but she still has momentum and the draft. She goes down low, follows him into 3 and 4. She stays right with him. Clinty fades to the top. So does Newsom. She gets the clean air coming off the corner, coming to 2 to go. Here comes Clinty and Alexis. Clinty, gets the 2 to go at the line. He leads that time by. This time through 1 and 2 to the middle of the racetrack, forcing Alexis up top. Alexis going to maybe cross over. She can't bring the car down that fast. She's going to come to the outside. She does a little bit of a side draft. You can do that in the car. Very dangerous to do, though. Coming through the corner, white flag out this time by. Here we come to the white flag. One more time through. Clinty looking to go 3 for 3. Swap over to the bottom. She's going to get the nose there. She can't quite clear it into the wall. No, she keeps it off the wall. She fades to the inside. Clinty fades to the inside. She follows Clinty. Clinty through 3 and 4, looking to go 3 for 3 at Atlanta Motor Speedway in the Votive Indy Oval Series. Off the corner, turn from home. Win for Clinty here at Atlanta once again.
It was close. The idea, it was good. It was a pretty good idea what she did. And okay. Radio stuff.
We have radio stuff?
Yeah. No, it's okay.
Oh, no, I gotta make the sound. I gotta make the sound. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, go ahead. Radio stuff.
So, but man, it was very close. It was pretty good. But you know what? The tires and everything, the gradation on the car and the hottest on the track, the car didn't go down. And that's the thing on the Lexus. But it was close. It was a good idea. But good for Pendy.
Wow, what a race. Okay, real quick, before we get into... Guys did a great job. Racecraft is getting really, really good in this league. And just a handful of cautions. Plenty putting perfect donuts down in honor of Alex Zanardi there. Perfect donuts. Oh, now he goes outside the lines a little bit. And what you got to do is you got to put all the brake bias up to the front. At least that's what Zanardi said.
Nobody else do it.
Lindy with the win. Lexus Newsom second. Logan Edwards third. Mark Murphy in fourth. Casey Popolonis fifth. Chad Simpson sixth. John Stellar seventh. Craig Forsyth eighth. Mason Mitchum ninth. Andy Kirchenbauer, the prodigy, in 10th. Hamilton in 11th. Luca, you got the shout out in chat. He finished 12th. Rashad Craig 13th. Caleb Brashear 14th. Anna Klimek back to 15th. Not indicative of her day. Not indicative of Brashear's day either. At Taylor 16th. Wayne Campbell 17th. Lucas Ladano 18th. Ricky Paz 19th. Lilac Zier in 20th. You got Seb, Stouffer, Quilla, Butch Davis, Jacob Collins, Gary Levern, Nate Fields, the progenitor, Trace Shadid, Shane Coger. A little contact there mid-race. Then Santos, Durazo, Pim, Preston Fortunamon Law, Chris Samard, Smeaton, Dugan, and F-Tink. Not a good start to the week for Smeaton, leading the FIS points. We'll see how he does Wednesday night when we go back to Milwaukee one more time.
Oh, no.
All right. Mason Mitchum, showing him with the purple lap overall. When that updated, I don't know what that lap was. Here it is. 228.3. Okay, so good for him. Louise, now is a good time for you to discuss your driver of the race. You can give it to whoever you want, but by your own definition, he will never shut up.
I know. Lap 126 for Mason Mitchell. He did the fastest lap.
Oh, okay.
So shout out for Matt Taylor, 21, right? Rashad Craig, 17. Luca Tedesco, 19. Hamidok I will see with 27, but the point is have to be in top 10. Even like last year with 14. So good to, it's gonna be with Mark Murphy with 8 spot. The driver of the day is today in Atlanta.
All right. Mark Murphy.
It could be forever. It could be forever if you have in between him and Rick Raybon. Forever. It is forever.
They like their interviews. They do like their interviews. There's nothing wrong with liking your interviews, though. Nothing wrong with liking your interviews. So Mark Murphy is your driver of the race?
Yes, sir.
There he is. There he is. Started 22nd, finished 4th, was in the lead there in that last stint there. Was as low as 30th at one point. There you go. I need to do a couple things here real quick, and then we'll get into the interview room. Because I ran my mouth too much. I need to... Okay. So, let's see. Alexis won the poll.
Alexis won the poll. have
Alexis.
4 cautions.
Alexis P2.
P2, yes.
And Logan Edwards P3.
Yes. You do that 1 hour and 11 minutes.
Yeah.
9 liters change it. 4 cautions, 9 laps, 31 lead change. That's what it said. Team Racing Hub.com. So I really agree what you said about the how we started from this to the bottom to these races to have 30 something plus people, and only 4 caution, 3 caution, none some point with the red flag, and then don't have nothing on Michigan. It's a pretty good one.
All right, let's go to the interview room. Anything else?
Updated. Sorry,
What's
points
that?
updated. Actually, points up.
Points are updated already. Okay. Let's do the points really, really quick. So we have now.
You want to do it later?
No,
okay.
We'll do the points. Let's see. So we have 4 races this season, 3 different winners. Leading the points still, I think it's still going to be Jacob, but and drops will go into account next week. Casey Povolonis is second. He's 29 points back. Clinty's third. He is 35 points back. Logan Edwards is fourth, and Alexis Newsom is fifth. Then the remainder of your top 10 is Indy Kirchenbauer, Robert Malechka, who didn't show up in today's race, so he'll get his drop next week. Anna Klimek down to 8th. Chad Simpson up to 9th, and Mason Mitchum up to 10th. That is your top 10 in the series points. We'll have a new graphic for that next week, but that's, remember, next week, or next race. Excuse me, I should say next week. Next week we're not racing here in Votive, but next race will be in September, and we'll have everything all set up. Of course, you just join the Discord server for the league, and you can learn and stay on top of everything there. Let's bring in Logan Edwards into the booth, and here is Logan Edwards joining us. Logan, congratulations, P3, I5G driver in the I5G race. Fortunately, didn't get the win, but on the podium. This is one of those racetracks that it's probably the most, I don't know, I don't want to say this for a fact, but for me, it's kind of like one of my least favorite super speedway style tracks, because it's like a super speedway because it's very fast, but it doesn't really do anything like a super speedway. It turns into a handling race after a while, and you just got to use your skill set. And you use your skill set to bring it up to third. Congrats, but talk about this race.
It was a lot of, I feel like for most of that race, it was reading people. Because, I mean, it's like you said, it's a big handling track. You can't just, if you go in the same place every time, the person in front of you is going to realize that, and they're going to take away the air you had. So you have to kind of just have to play a game of chess with them and put your car where they're not and just catch them with their pants down, you know.
How many times? I mean, that almost sounds like you had to adjust your line every single time through the turns and every single lap. Is that kind of what it was boiling down to?
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially at the end, whenever it got super tight at the bottom, there were a couple times where I lost a lot of time backing out of what felt like people pinching me, but surely to them it was just them taking a natural line.
You improved 14 spots. This is one of those racetracks that it's easy to pass very early on with the new tires, and you know, it's like we were talking in the broadcast. We were talking like it was for drivers that we saw at Milwaukee in the real IndyCar race. You're like Superman on new tires here, but then as the tires wear out, and you talked about this, it's adjusting your line, but a lot of it is just capitalizing on mistakes, and mistakes are easy to happen here because we lose handling. It seems like everyone loses handling of their car midway through a stint. Was that something that you were also fighting and something that you had to combat for?
Yeah, I was running pretty aggressive tools, and whenever you're running pretty aggressive tools, there's no worse feeling than wishing you could go more aggressive. And definitely at the end, I had a pretty tight race car that I couldn't really do anything with. I spent a lot of time stuck with people. I probably could have challenged for the win instead of just come home third if there were a couple people that just made my life easier passing them.
Well, you finished third. Are you one of the users of the I5G tools? And do you use them? And what do you think of them?
Absolutely, I think I5G tools are fantastic. I didn't do.
Well, I wouldn't expect you to say anything less, but let's just tell me when you use a tool, what's the one useful thing you like with the tools? And if anyone's watching because you sponsored the race, that they should go out and get these. What is one thing that you have found that helped you right out of the box?
It's definitely the weight checker, the variable weight checker, because it's not just a button you can hold to go -20. Like, you can have it set to a lever, and you can basically have two different settings. Like, if I'm on a track where -20 falls away from effectiveness, I can just set my -20 to -15 and on the fly.
Well, there you go. So there's another reason, and you could take advantage of these tools as well. They're out there, free for use. Shout outs, any friends, family, sponsors, anyone I want to say hi to before we let you go?
Shout out to everybody at Team I5G. Got it for Alexis for not being able to take home another win, and a couple of the misfortunes that befell the other of us. Shout out to Lucas and Hamilton from WSR for filling our roster tonight. Shout out to Chris and Alexis for making I5G tools. Shout out to y'all for putting the show on, and Shane for putting the league on and letting me be the graphic designer for the league.
Well, we appreciate all that. Certainly the graphic design work for sure. And it was a long day of racing, whether it be real racing or sim racing. And we are now done. So congratulations on the P3, and we'll catch you next time you're in the lineup.
See you, Gary.
Logan Edwards. Let's see, Alexis Newsom, and we'll bring in Alexis right now, and here she is joining us, Alexis Newsom. Alexis, I want to say congratulations, but I know that you really were fighting for the win there and came up a little short. Talk about the shootout with Clindy there at the end, and then I also want to, once we transition out of that and anything else you want to talk about the race, I definitely want you to talk about the I5G tools as well.
All right. Yeah, hey guys. Obviously I'm frustrated. I think I'm going for the most second place finishes in this league of anybody.
I can ask my database that question and see what it says.
Yeah, probably not there yet, but maybe in a few more races. Yeah, obviously I wish I could have gotten him. I thought I was in a good position. From the drop of the green flag on the last start, I was saving the tires. I was planning to get to his outside and kind of stay there, and it never worked out. Like, he moved up to the second lane, which he absolutely should have, and I should have seen that coming. And after that, it was almost impossible to get back by. And I mean, I could have gotten him if I'd just been a little bit smarter, but I wasn't. So,
well, lesson learned. You chalk it up for next time. But let's talk about the tools. I got to talk with you a little bit about it. You gave me the ad read and everything. And are you an app developer? I mean, how'd you put this together, or what? When did it come to you that says, I really need to have a tool that allows me to drive the cars like the real IndyCar drivers do, but there's no way natively that iRacing does that. And so, where do you begin on that type of stuff? Talk about the genesis of the tool, because you're one of the developers for it.
Yeah, no, I'm not a professional. I'm self-taught in Python. Pretty sure Chris is too. I don't think he ever took classes, but we've never talked about it. I learned Python from doing the IR Fuel Companion that I built a few years back. Mm-hmm. And we used to have a different application for doing this, but we got our rights to it removed. So we had to hack something together with voice attack. And eventually I just got kind of tired of that because it was glitchy. So I started putting this together. And then Chris came on later and started helping with it. And now he does most of the work. It's basically his project now. But yeah, that was how it started. We just wanted a simpler solution.
So someone that's watching at home right now and they're learning about I5G tools, I just asked Logan what's the one thing that he has found that's been very handy about the tools. He said the fast jacker, the hyper jacker. What do you find most helpful about the tools that you use it for when you race?
Oh, absolutely, the weight checker. With the way the car is now, it's pretty much a requirement. Like, to be competitive, you pretty much have to be doing that. And yeah, it's far and away the most useful part of it.
Did you ever feel like you guys were giving away any team secrets when you made this available to people? Because you could have very easily kept this in-house, and I mean, somebody else would have to build their own, right? But you could have very easily kept this in-house. Yeah, you could have very easily kept this in-house and not shared it with the soul.
Yeah, I mean, we did for like 6 months or so after it was functional. And when I was building it, I never really intended for it to be public. And after a while, we just kind of thought, you know, this is like the biggest open secret in our community. Everybody talks about it anyway. Why don't we just release this and kind of, you know, give everybody a level playing field, basically.
Okay. Well, yeah, that definitely opened the playbook for a lot of people. There is always that risk, but you guys are good sports for doing that. You led 49 laps today. Anything else about the race? I know we didn't talk a lot about the race. We're talking more about the tool, but it just you're sponsoring the race, so I want to give you guys as much time to talk about that. And you just happen to finish second, so obviously the tool does something right. The you know, second and third here on the podium, everybody was using this tool, so maybe you should go out there and download it and check it out yourself. But any other shout outs or anything you want to make, or tell people where they can go get the tool and where they can learn more about it and all that stuff?
Yeah, sure. If you go to i5g.tools, then it'll bring you to a invite to our Discord where you can find all the information about it. Otherwise, it can be found under my GitHub profile at github.com/JA-Newsome63. Thanks to Chris for joining me on the project. It never would have become what it is without that. And I really appreciate everybody's positive reception and that it's helped people. And and thanks to the rest of the team. As always, every race is a big team effort. And no stranger. I mean, it was no different today. And thanks to Luca and Hamilton for joining us today too. That was nice. And yeah, I guess that's about it. Thanks to you guys and Shane for putting on the league. It's fun every week.
All right, stat-wise, you ready? Here we go. It says, so Alexis has now finished second in consecutive races, and she has matched the all-time Votive record for the most runner-up finishes without a victory.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So there, you got to get that monkey off your back. That will happen. But let's see. Okay, third combined in championship. So your polls that you had were at Michigan and Legacy Phoenix in season 4. So this is your third poll. That moves you into a tie for third all time with the most polls in Votive history, with Josh and Kyle and Mason. Edson Santos leads with 5, and Casey has 4. You have 10 starts,
nice.
3 podiums now, 3 top 5s and 5 top 10s. And yeah, you have the back-to-back runner-up finishes at Texas Race 2 and tonight at Atlanta. 2 podiums and 4 season 5 races. That's pretty good. And this was your first Votive Atlanta start, so your first Atlanta pole and podium here in this series. Oh no, not too bad. Just this is just a drop in the bucket to all your accomplishments. We know it goes. You have a swimming pool of accomplishments. You go that deep, but it's good to have you here. And it's just a matter of time before we see you in Victory Lane. Whether that's in a month when we get to Milwaukee or later in the season, I think it's a sure bet we see Anu in the Victory Lane at some point. So congratulations, and again, thank you for the tools, and congratulations on P2 tonight.
Thank you very much, Gary. I'll see you guys later.
That's Alexis, and we will see, before we see you next here in the lineup, we're going to see you at the Sim Gaming Expo. Me and Lewis will.
Oh yeah, I'll be there.
We will see you in a couple weeks.
Day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We will see you in a couple weeks then. So Alexis Newsome, if you want to go to the Sim Gaming Expo and you can say hi to Alexis, she will be there. We will be there, and that's a couple weeks at the Schaumburg Convention Center. Just check it out, simgamingexpo.com. We'll talk to you later, Alexis.
Thanks, guys.
All right. I I forgot to give Logan's stats. He has 23 starts, 5 podiums, 10 top 5s, and 14 top 10s. Believe it or not, he's still looking for his best or first votive victory. His 5th podium joins Indianapolis Season 2, Milwaukee Season 4, Auto Club Season 4, Texas Race number 2 this season, and now Atlanta. Back-to-back podiums as well. And in his 4 Season 5 starts, 2 podiums and 4 top 10s. This is his first Atlanta podium, and his previous Atlanta appearance was Season 3, where he started 27th and unfortunately finished 25th. One of those rough days that he forgot about, and I'm reminding him about right now, and I'm sure he doesn't like that. Let's bring in Mr. Atlanta, Mr. Hot Atlanta. 3 races here in the Votive Indy Oval Series, 2 for championship points. 1 was for, I guess, the off-season exhibition, but still counts towards your win total. But undefeated here, Kyle Clinworth. Clindy, a win today, and you drove. You didn't have the best qualifying run again, but you drove and managed those tires up to the front and got the win. Congratulations, in a real good shootout, I thought, with Alexis.
Yeah, it was an awesome battle. I had a blast battling her and Murphy and Casey and Logan there for the last 35 laps or whatever that was. That was such a fun time.
Talk about the race. What makes you good here? And this is not one of those race tracks that ultimate speed doesn't really matter. Clearly, you qualified 17th or 18th. I have to look that up. Yeah, you started 18th. You clearly don't have the ultimate pace here, but the pace over a long haul, you're the guy, and you're unbeaten here. What makes you so good here? Why do you like this place? I find it very frustrating as I enjoy super speedways, but this is like the least super speedway-ish of all the tracks that would kind of classify into that group.
Yeah, I think the surface of this racetrack makes it the most abrasive and slowest of all of the super speedways. I personally call it a speedway. I think it's only, super speedway should be 2 miles or bigger.
Right.
But Logan did my MO better than I did today. He backed up the corners and found clean air wherever he could. And the setup for me, I didn't quite love how you would get stalled out in 5th gear. Like 5th gear was just exactly long enough to go as fast as you needed to in clean air, but if there was any tow in front of you, like 6th gear unlocked an extra 5 to 7 miles an hour. So ideally what I do is I slow down coming into the corner more than anyone else. But the 5th gear, if people weren't shifting into 6th, right, limited you to where you're not going to hurt yourself. Like it puts the kitty gloves on a little bit, so that way if you're in clean air, you're never going to overdrive the corner. And if you're racing in a pack, like you've got to get to 6th gear and deploy hybrid aggressively to get there. And then I'm just really good at managing my tools, and obviously so are the I5G cars, probably because of I5G tools, which thanks to them for stepping up and sponsoring the race today. But
convenient, yes.
Yeah, I just really have a knack for these multi-groove 1.5-mileers where the top and the bottom are both competitive. This and Homestead are probably my 2 most successful tracks on the service. And I just really, really enjoy the multi-groove back up the corner racing that usually takes place here. And sorry, I don't mean to sound like the setup was bad or anything. It allowed people to race more like I do without having to do anything differently.
I'm always reminded when people talk about they back up the corner, and I don't retain a lot from when I was watching NASCAR back in the day, but I do remember Kyle Petty was always so good at Dover, and one of the things he said was easy in, hard out, easy in, fast out. And that's kind of sounds like the principle applies here, at least on the INDYCAR side of things. Easy in, fast out, and really it looks like easy in each side of the racetrack, but fast overall over an entire run. So, and he's also easier on those tires. Late in the run, we definitely saw you under more control of your car, while a lot of people started getting loose, especially out the corner of 4. We see that death wiggle that a lot of drivers had, and then you just kind of weren't having it. As we're watching your replay, one of your few kisses of the wall there. Yeah, it definitely putting that practice into use and applying it very well. This is your 10th combined votive win. You now are the first driver in league history to reach double digits. Edson Santos is second with 5. This is your 7th championship race win. Also the all-time votive leader. in championship wins. 36 combined starts, 10 wins, 19 podiums, 21 top fives, 27 top tens. And 31 championship starts, you got 7 wins, 15 podiums, 17 top fives, and 22 top tens. Of course, you are multi-time champion is here as well. And the wild stat out of all this is you are now 3 for 3 at Atlanta. You won season 3 from 10th. You won the 2025 exhibition season from 22nd, and then you win again tonight from 18th. No one has ever won a votive race of Atlanta unless their name is Kyle Clindworth. So congratulations, and of course your first win of the season, a badly needed win to get back in this championship race hunt, and you are now in that. Any shout-outs, friends, family, sponsors that you want to give a yell to celebrate this win?
Got a ton of them. First and foremost, thanks to Shane Coker for putting this on. It's the most fun league I have. I am endorsed by it and supported by it, and he sponsors me to plug it. But honestly, it's just such a community and such a blast to be here. So thanks to everyone who raced me today. I mean, I had to go through 17 of y'all to make it up to the front, and it was a really fun time passing everybody and fighting and scrapping with everybody. Shout out to Justin Petschauer. This is the last race I'll be doing in his memorial scheme, but I'll put his sticker on my car in the future. And I wanted to very badly win a votive race in it. So I went 1 for 1. I don't have to keep it on for months and months and months, but he'll be carried with me and remembered by many fondly for a very long time. Shout out to my teammate, Hunter Ungrove. I won him $25 because he bet on me to win with a buddy. So the buddy didn't know that I was undefeated here. So, you know, maybe if he had all the stats, he would have known not to take
right, man. I have all the stats. I know who the ringers are.
Well, I don't know if I'm a ringer, but yeah, we'll go with that. Shout out to my mom. She's been keeping my head on straight recently after a day full of driving. Shout out to all my friends here in DC, helping me untwist it a little bit. You know, when you need to get crazy and cut back, and we'll figure out where we're gonna end up moving here in a little bit, but it's still a little unclear. So maybe the Midwest somewhere. We'll see. So that's really
Indy's pretty nice. You've been here a couple times before. Indy's pretty nice.
I love the Circle City.
Indy is pretty nice.
Of course, shout out to my cousin Craig Segerman, and condolences to him and his family. He lost his brother Mike this week. And if you go to advanced.gg, you can check out with my promo code CLENDYSENDY with a capital K and a capital S to get 10% off all of your order, and a little bit of that comes back to me. Obviously, you guys at the channel, LGN and Gary, you do an amazing job. Thanks to everyone out there. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I want to give a very special thank you. And come on, man, to Mark Murphy. I let him up to the front. I tried to let Old and Slow go out and win, and he did his best. And I had such a fun time doing the 2-dance tango with him. And if we were in comms together, I guarantee you we would have finished 1-2. But there were just a couple of times where he wasn't on the same wavelength as me because I was with my Rogue teammates and he was with Seb and his IAR buddies. So it just... what could have been, man. So maybe a 1-2 in the future coming up soon, but thanks to him and all he does for the channel as well. So I think I got everybody. I know it took a while and longer than normal. But yeah, and again, thanks again to I5G Tools for stepping up and sponsoring this race. I know that it means a lot to Shane that his league is of such a standard that people want to put their hard-earned money and the reputation of their products, services, and companies in affiliation with the league, and I'm proud to carry the league's colors and names everywhere I go. So I'm just glad that it's such a healthy bonding community. So thanks.
Kyle, congratulations. We'll see you in a month when we get to run the new scan of Milwaukee.
No, I'll see you at the expo, my man.
Oh, well, we'll see you in Votive next in a month when we go to the new scan. But yes, you and I are going to see each other before then. LGN's going to be there too. So we're going to party like it's 1999. I don't know how old you were in 1999. But anyways, 8. Okay, we'll go fast forward a little bit further than that. We don't need an 8-year-old to be partying with. But
2009, I'll be 18. How's that?
Okay, that's a little bit better. We'll party closer to a college age. But we will definitely see you there. But until then, next time we see you here in Votive, and we're going to see you before probably in Indy Oval and some of the other series that we cover, but the next time we see you in Votive, we will be at the new Milwaukee Mile here in about a month. So we'll see you then. But until then, you take care.
Thanks, Gary. You too.
And that is Clinton. Bam, he is out. Luis, let's bring up the schedule real quick. Let's talk about your thoughts here, your final thoughts on Atlanta, and then we'll bring the schedule up. We got a little bit of a wait for the next race. We don't race again until September 27th. Only one race for Votive in all of the month of September, and we're going to be at the brand new scan, which will come out, I think, next week, of the Milwaukee Mile. Exactly what you saw on TV today when you were watching the IndyCar series. Your final thoughts about today and your thoughts looking forward. And, of course, we got a big week of racing coming up here on the channel as well.
Yeah, we have a big stuff next week about actually sorry for tomorrow with the last again another season out on P1. I think that the race was pretty unpredictable with all these yellow flags and stuff with these 4 cautions. And like Clindy said, I think Mark did the best to win, but I think it couldn't. I think the Loganelos did the best, and he took the third, and almost, I think, she wasn't happy because the second place again. But at some point she's gonna get it. She already wins so many things, very important things. I remember the Lionheart have a big prizes, man, big prizes, and she won one of the prizes, and also she won one of the Indy 500 in the INDYCAR. So it was, but man, everyone have a downs and ups. So at some point she's gonna get the ups, and maybe who knows, it's gonna be fighting for the title. Actually, she is 5th with 40 points behind, and Jacob Obster. So Jacob should be come back on, like I just said, on the next race on Milwaukee. So we have to wait it, but then we're gonna come back later for the Michigan 300. Actually, thank you, Michigan 300 to the race over there when remember the Alexis Newsom, Anna Klemek fighting for the victory that day. It was pretty good. And then Richmond, then when we go to Kansas, we come back to Kansas again, and then on the end with the 50 race on the Votive, combining from the first race to now for the Indy 300. So it's gonna be pretty good, and Jacob should be show up to Milwaukee. If it's not, it's gonna show up on Michigan, Richmond, Kansas, and then to the end with the last race on Indianapolis. So I think it was pretty good race, to be honest. Unpredictable with the people, but it was a pretty intense fight between, and really good job for all the people. Don't have too many yellow flags and too many incidents. Even we have so many with the touch and all the stuff, but it was pretty good for everyone about that. I said about the donuts, IndyCars don't do donuts anymore, but Palou with the double today, and also Butterworth with the double today, and also with the Alex Palou title. Both of them did donuts yes. In the. It was pretty good, man. It was pretty good, even with the engines getting bad. But anyways, next one is the last race.
One more race to go this season. Yeah, they can burn those down.
Yeah, I think it was gonna be okay. Anyways, see you this Tuesday for the race on Chicagoland over there, 8:15 p.m.
Yeah, and also later this week we will be at the Milwaukee Mile one more time in the Formula Indy Series. Not at 8:20 p.m. Eastern time at the old scan in Milwaukee. Last time here on the channel, Formula Indy Series 8:20 this Wednesday, and then also Louis and I will be back together again 7:45 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday for round 7 of the P1 IndyCar Championship on the Elite Racing League, and they will be at Watkins Glen. A lot of the same drivers in the lineup tonight will also be in that lineup Thursday night as well. Let's get on out of here. Start the week right. Well, we got all sorts of racing. A real same-day doubleheader in IndyCar. You haven't seen that since, weather-related. You haven't seen that since 2011, and before then, it wasn't since the 80s. It did that. Obviously, You heard the stat today. The last time a driver to win in the same day was back in the 80s. That was Rick Mears, Rogers' brother, Rick Mears at Atlanta right here, back when it was the old 1.5 mile oval without the quad double dogleg on which is now the back stretch. Front stretch, the back stretch here used to be the front stretch. Yeah, they flipped this track too. Yeah, so a long day of racing, and then we wrap it up here with the race here, the 225. Sponsored by I5G Tools at Atlanta Motor Speedway here in the Votive Indy Oval Series. Let's get on out of here and give everyone back their Sunday night so they can start their week out right. That's it from Legacy Atlanta for the third running of the I5G Tools 225 at Legacy Atlanta Motor Speedway. Your podium here, Clindy with his 10th career win here in the series. First win this season. Alexis Newsom, another second-place finish. Unfortunately, now the leader in that category of most second-place finishes without a win here in the Votive Indy Oval Series. He's going to get one, trust me. And Logan Edwards coming home in third. The Votive Indy Oval Series returns Sunday, September 27th at the Milwaukee Mile, the new scan of the Milwaukee Mile, for 175 laps. For correct broadcast time in your area, keep your browser set right here to youtube.com/@P1 Broadcasting for the correct time in your area. Now, as you know, the YouTube algorithm game is not easy, so please help support P1 with the weekly grind. Leave a comment below. Let us know you thought of tonight's race. You enjoyed tonight's coverage. Support us by smashing the like button. If you're new, click subscribe. And while you're at it, hit the bell for weekly reminders so miss more P1's other iRacing program, including our Monday night doubleheader. We have a Tuesday night doubleheader. It is championship week, week 12 in iRacing. So all of the races for Oval and Open and NX and Indy Next Oval and Indy Next Road up for grabs for championships. So we want to check those out all this week. Monday and Tuesday doubleheaders right here on the station, on the channel. Don't miss it. All the sessions are already posted. Just set the reminder and we'll let you know when we go live. Tonight's I5G Tools 225 at Legacy Atlanta Motor Speedway has been brought to you by I5G Tools. It's a free open source application created by Alexis Newsom and Christopher Demerit that gives racers greater control over their car and in-car adjustments and provides helpful audio cues throughout the race. Visit i5gtools.com. Don't do that. You want to visit i5g.tools, no .com. i5g.tools. Link is in the description to join their Discord. What it's going to do, it's going to send you directly to their Discord. Join, and then you can follow the Discord for future releases and find the link to their GitHub site, and you can download it and start using it today. Help shape upcoming versions of the app there as well. I want to thank I5Gs for supporting Votive and also everything they're doing for the community. The Votive Indy Oval Series is presented by Loverns Incorporated. Loverns provides professional services in renovation, remodeling, painting, and mold removal for government, commercial, and residential projects. For a quote to learn more, like them on Facebook. You can visit them at loversinc.com. The link is in the description. And I want to thank Gary Lovern and Tom Lovern for helping sponsor the series all season long and select the races throughout the calendar. Track cans for this race are provided by Whiplash Sim Cans. Get the most out of your iRacing experience with Whiplash Sim Cans. To learn more about Whiplash, like them on Facebook. You can follow on X and Instagram. All the links you need in the description. To learn more about P1 Broadcasting and any business inquiries, you can find all of our links. They're on Linktree as well. Those are in the description as well. So for Luis Gonzalez Nunez, everyone here at Votive and at P1 and I5G, I'm Gary Gatto saying all, hey, happy Sunday, everybody. Thanks for watching, and all of our men and women serving in the military and as first responders, Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. We'll see you again in Milwaukee in about a month on September 27th. Good night from Legacy Atlanta. Hope you all have a good week.